Good evening, everybody. KT here, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning in today. I was wondering if you guys have ever felt the same way that I have felt, and you've always wanted to get that cool cinematic look to your images, but you just really felt overwhelmed. You had no clue how to do that. Well, today I'm going to talk about a program called Dehancer, which will take that illusion completely away from you in a matter of seconds. So let's get going. And I know once you guys get a look at this program, you will look no further to get that cinematic look you have been looking for. About a month ago, a company by the name of Dehancer reached out to me because they just wanted me to go ahead and use their product and give them an honest review about it. So I'm not sponsored by them, but I have become an affiliate, and with that I get you guys a 10% discount, and anything that you guys purchase using my code, I will get a kickback from that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and go over what is it, my likes, my dislikes, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. I want you all to know that I was intrigued, I was excited, I was scared. I think I was more scared on the photo side, and I talk a little bit about that when I talk about the photo side of Dehancer. Today I'm going to talk more about the video side of Dehancer, and I was completely ecstatic when I saw what this program could do. So what is Dehancer? Dehancer is a software program backed behind over a decade of scientific research and is a film emulation software plugin that emulates film-like color grading effects for video and photo editing programs like Davinci Resolve OFX, Final Cut, Adobe Premiere, and After Effects, Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom, Capture One, and Infinity Photo. And just so that you guys know, they do also have an app where you can use this on your phone. Both the video and the photo plugins have over 60 different profiles that you can pick from, and they have lots of different print films, and they also have a lot of different types of papers that you can choose from to get the look that you are looking for. I want you guys to have an understanding of what was my background knowledge with film. I remember when my aunt got like her first VHS camcorder, and I was like about probably 7 years old. I remember this thing was like this big honking block basically. You threw it over your shoulder and it had a VHS tape that went inside of it. And I remember that my dad was trying to show me what zoom was, and I saw the footage the other day, and my dad's like going, "Do you see it zooming in?" And I'm like, uh-huh. And I was like, yeah, no. I had no clue what my dad was even talking about. And then I really didn't start doing video again until I was like in my 20s. And at that time I was working with mini DV tapes. And then when I came back a third time, so to speak, to doing video, everything was going on an SD card. So that's kind of where my film video background lies with. And I really never learned how to edit video until I really started my YouTube channel in 2022. However, I do remember when Wizard of Oz came out, and watching Sound of Music and watching all these older films and seeing the look and the feel of them. So I know what film looks like. So when it came to learning how to edit, I chose to use Adobe Premiere, and I wanted a real cinematic feel to it. And I'm always looking at it, and then I've tried to learn it, and I'm like trying to learn about LUTs and trying to learn how to color grade. You know, I have a full-time job. I'm still doing photo shoots on the side, plus I also have the YouTube channel. It's a lot, and I just really just trying to figure out how to get a really cool cinematic look on my video footage has been very difficult. So here's where the beauty of this program is. Just like I said for the photo side of things, you don't have to know the ins and outs. You don't have to know how it works. All I know is that basically you can make it as simplified or as customized as you want it to be. So with Adobe Premiere, basically you just click through, you see what you like, you can literally just kind of click through, find what you like, and bam, there it is. It's on there. You can go control freak style, okay? You can literally customize everything that you want. They have so many different tools. And if you're an expert, then maybe when you move the sliders around, you'll know what you're doing, right? And if you aren't an expert and you're still learning, that's okay too. Experiment. Move those sliders around. See what they do. They have so many different tools. They have tools like film grain, halation, bloom, film breath and gate weave, film damage, overscan, film developer, film compression, CMY color HUD with print toning, vignetting, and defringe. You also can pick different tool profiles like 8, 16, 35, and 65 millimeter. They have over 130 plus cameras that you can pick from. Now, as I was doing my research, what I found was I noticed that I was being told that, hey, if you pick the camera that you have, it will kind of dial in even better and it will look better when you pick your camera. Now, they didn't have my camera on that list. I have a Nikon Z30 somewhere in my research in one of the videos, many videos that I watched and all the information that I read and whatnot. I found that if you pick Rec 709, that apparently is what you're supposed to put on. I don't know. Some people said they didn't like Rec 709, but I left on Rec 709. And when I was picking the different profiles, I found a lot of them pleasing to me. So in case you're wondering what happens if you don't have the camera listed there. Another thing that they have is they have a LUT generator tool. Now, it's kind of funny because I was talking about LUTs and I'm like, oh gosh, guys, I really didn't get LUTs, but I still don't get LUTs, but that's okay. When my research, a tip that I heard from one person, they said is once you dial in a particular plugin preset that you like, they said make it as a LUT because they said that kind of helps with the overheating process, but how to tell you guys to do that? I have no clue. They also have other tools that check the clipping as well as false colors. In short, guys, you do not have to know the ins and outs of this program. You click through, find what you like, find the settings that look good to you, and basically in a matter of seconds, you will find a look that you really honestly like. So as you can see, I was able to do this with a handful of clips. As I mentioned in my other video, when I was talking about the photo side of things, I feel that Dehancer will definitely give you great customer service. And when I put my name on something, I want to make sure that I work with a company that I know is going to take care of you all. The way they worked with me answering my questions, as easy or as hard or as simple or complicated as my questions were, they answered all my questions. So I know that if you guys were to reach out to them, they are going to go ahead and take care of you guys. If you guys like this video so far and are finding it useful, please make sure that you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk about my dislikes with my experience with Dehancer, and I'm also going to go ahead and talk about the product and what I didn't like about it. Now, I mentioned this when I was talking about the photo side of things. When I went to the website, it took a few minutes after things started playing on the website. There were some graphic scenes. I know that blood and guns exist, you guys. I'm not naive to that. However, I do try to not watch anything above a PG-13 rating for a very particular reason. So when I saw guns and things blowing up, it kind of took me back by surprise. Some of the promotional materials that they sent me did have some blood in it, and that did kind of throw me back a little bit, and it was a little frustrating for me because I really wanted to see what other creators had created, and I wanted to see what they You know, I just wanted to see what they had done. And so it was a little bit of a bummer for me because I had to limit how much I watched, because I tried to keep, like I said, I try to keep things under wrap for myself. It would be nice if maybe those kind of things are in a different section, like, you know, graphic content here. That would be really wonderful. But I also know that, hey, you can't cater to everybody. But I wanted to let you guys know, in case you are like me and a little sensitive, I didn't want you guys to get shocked when you go to the site. Luckily, on the actual product page, I didn't see anything crazy there. Another thing is that this program is very intense and it is going to bog your computer down. And so I would really suggest making sure that when you go and you look at the manuals and you look at the specs and everything, that you guys really do make sure that you have the exact specifications or greater to be able to use this program. I have downloaded small clips. I have not done a really huge long video yet, so I don't know how my computer is exactly going to react to that. With small clips I was okay, but I did notice that sometimes while editing things were a little bit laggy. And one of the things that I noticed that it's an emulation, so it's emulating what film actually does. So like, for example, whenever I've seen an overlay where they try to do film damage on it or something like that, you notice that there was like a constant pattern with that film overlay. Now, this isn't an overlay. It emulates. It tries to mimic exactly what that film is doing. And so what I noticed is that it wasn't following patterns, that it was trying to do whatever the film was doing. This program just kind of takes like all the difficultness out of it. It's like you go and you pick what you want and bam, there, boom, you got something that looks really, really great in a matter of seconds. And that's what I loved about it. And the other part of it is if you want to customize and do more to it, you can always do that too. The big question, how much is this awesome product going to cost me? You guys, at the time that I'm filming this, they have the lifetime access for video and photography for $449. However, I know that they are in the middle of a price change, so that is going to go up here very, very soon. They do have options for you to do a trial basis, so you can try everything out, see if you guys like it. They have subscription options. They have options where you can buy just a particular plugin that you want, like maybe Bloom or Emulation. So definitely go to the site, check it out, see what fits your need and your budget. And remember that if you use Dehancer.com, I'm going to go ahead and /KT. I'm going to throw that down below. That will give you 10% off of your purchase. Ultimately, you guys, you have to do your own research and see what is going to work for you all. I will say, as I was doing my research, because I really wanted to learn about this product and make sure that I gave it a good review. And I knew there were other people out there who had more expertise in this area than I did. And hands down, I could not find really anybody who said anything negative about this program. I had like, maybe there was one comment that I found. Somebody said you can make a LUT. But outside of that, everybody said that this was the best emulation plugin they had ever seen. So I want you guys to try it out and see what you guys think about it. And if you do try it out, please comment below and let me know what you guys thought about it. If you guys found this video helpful, please make sure that you guys go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Remember that you guys are awesome. Have a fantastic rest of your week. I'll see you later, alligator.